Hello everyone, Rurikhan here coming at you with another episode of Kast. Today is the 24th of July, and as per usual, this show is designed to keep you up to date with everything that's been going down. Also, as per usual, I have not been able to record the show as often as I wanted to, and besides the point, even if I had recorded it as often as I wanted to, I would most likely not have been able to upload it. Keep watching to find out why. But anyways, the very first thing on the show is, as per usual, the shout-out section. In today's shout-out section, I'm going to give a shout-out to Deck Lore. He has donated, and get ready, Dishonored, Van Helsing, Dusts, Two Worlds 2, Strike Suit Zero, Legacy of Kain, and Quantum Conundrum. Yes, he has donated all those games. Thank you very much, Deck Lore. That's very nice of you. Another shout out to Elenath, who has donated Draken Song and Assassin's Creed Revelations. And a shout out to Jacques Sade. I'm sorry, it's French, I take it. Jacques Sade. Or maybe it's not French. I don't know. Either way, I'm sorry. I know that I'm mispronouncing your name. Thank you very much for having donated to the cause. Now, after the shout-out section, I'm going to go straight into the community topic. I went into the last Cast video, which was actually on July the 2nd, so it actually took me quite a while to get back and do another Cast, and you guys are about to find the reason out really soon. But either way, the community topic that was picked there with an obscene amount of likes was, have you backed any Kickstarter games? Which ones, and which ones are you looking forward to the most? Well, I have kickstarted 2 games, and I don't use Kickstarter all that much. The reason is, as much as I like seeing, certain projects on Kickstarter, and I think that's really cool, I really don't like the fact that it seems like Kickstarter is becoming the official platform for releasing games. And don't get me wrong, I really like the fact that a lot of titles are getting released and that a lot of people are getting excited. But I also feel that a lot of people are getting ripped off. Because you're buying into this, I honestly don't know how to explain it. Because it's a weird situation, because I like the way that Kickstarter is doing things, and I like what Kickstarter is doing. But I don't like the fact that so many people are using it. It seems that nowadays you go to a publisher, the publisher says, this game's not viable, and they're like, oh, well, in that case, I'm just going to go to Kickstarter. And it's not every idea about a video game that every single person in the universe has is going to be a good idea. Let's be honest. Not to mention that I actually know a couple of people that have started their own Kickstarter projects for doing things. And when they tell me what the project is about, I'm like, dude, I don't really think that is what Kickstarter should be used for, but whatever. So what I'm saying is, I think that there's a lot of twists and turns about what's happening with Kickstarter. Either way, that's beyond the point. I also don't have a lot of money that I can just throw at Kickstarter. So I try to keep the Kickstarter stuff to a bare minimum. Anyways, having said that, the very first project that I ever helped kickstarting was Carmageddon. Carmageddon, I believe they're calling it Carmageddon Reincarnation. And it's simply because Carmageddon has such a nostalgic feeling for me, because I played both Carmageddon and Carmageddon Splat Pack, and I loved the crap out of that game. And basically, I would also get a copy of that in Good Old Games, I believe. Yeah, I got a copy of Carmageddon and Carmageddon Splat Pack. Is it Splat Pack? I don't remember the name of the expansion. Whatever the expansion's name is, I got those with the Kickstarter thing. And it's just, I've always really enjoyed the Carmageddon franchise. I think my parents really regretted having purchased Carmageddon for me when I was younger. But I really enjoyed it, and when I saw Carmageddon Reincarnation pop up on Kickstarter, I was just like, take my money! Take it all! Well, not necessarily like that, but let's just say I was pretty excited about it. So that was the first game that I kickstarted. The second game that I kickstarted was Delver's Drop, because as a matter of fact, today on July 24th, I believe at 4:30, in the afternoon, video was released with the pre-alpha version of Delver's Drop, and I just kind of like what they're doing with the game, and the art style in that game is friggin' amazing. You guys think you might know what the game is about, because not what the game is about. You guys think you might know what the game looks like because you've seen a couple of YouTube videos. Trust me, until you see it for yourself, forget about it. You cannot really appreciate how detailed and how great looking the art style of Delver's Drop is. It is leaps and bounds beyond what you guys are watching on YouTube. Let me just tell you that. Even my video, like I watched my video on YouTube and I'm like, nah, sorry, forget it. That doesn't really represent the quality as good as it really is once you see it on by yourself on your computer. Either way, those have been the two projects that I have kickstarted. Which one am I looking forward to the most? I'd say I'm equally excited about both. I mean, whichever one comes first, I'll definitely be sure to play it. But I believe that most likely Delver's Drop is looking like it's going to come out first. And Carmageddon has actually stretched itself out because it was supposed to have come out on February 2013. And they're just like stretching it out because they're going to develop a much better game, whatever. It's the whole story of what a lot of these Kickstarter projects are doing. It's like, oh, we actually got a lot more money than we were hoping for. That means we're going to make a much better game. And you guys are going to have to wait a whole lot longer before you can see it. Yeah, Carmageddon pulled that too, which is another thing that really pisses me off about Kickstarter is that. And I'm just like, look, sure, whatever. Take your time, make your game. It's just, I wish people would be more realistic about their planning with these things. Like, it's releasing on February 2013. Oh, wait, we got way much more money than we needed, so we're just going to go ahead and push that forward. You know what I mean? I mean, come on. Get some realistic things behind it, really. Anyways, that was the community topic for this particular episode. If you want to leave me a suggestion for the next episode's community topic, make sure that you write in the comment section below that you would like me to discuss a certain topic on the next Conscast, like say community topic, and then say whatever topic you would like me to discuss. Also, please check the comments below before you submit an entry to the community topic, just to make sure that someone hasn't already submitted something that you would really like to see. And if that is the case, just upvote that comment, because that is how I pick community comments, is basically the most upvoted community topic will be the one that I will address on the next Conscast. Now, you guys might be noticing that my voice is slightly going away, and that is because I believe that I'm coming up on a cold. That doesn't really mean that I need to stop the show or anything. It's just like, I'm sorry that my voice is a little bit, not a little bit, it's just, a little bit weaker than normal. Let's put it like that. Okay, so next topic I wanted to talk about is Gamescom. So as you guys might be aware, I did say that this year I wanted to go to both E3 and Gamescom, and I am still going to go to Gamescom. I've been working out the details. And I am going to be in Cologne. Cologne is the name of the place in Germany where Gamescom is going to be taking place. I'm going to be in Cologne from the 19th to the 24th. Supposedly all the media stuff starts ending on the 23rd. So that is the reason why I'm leaving on the 24th. My first initial planning, I thought I was going to go on the 21st, but I was actually able to get a media badge. So I'm actually going to be able to go in and do some of the exclusive conference stuff and all that jazz. And how was I exactly able to do this, you guys might ask? Well, that is because when I was at E3, if you guys remember, for those of you who watch the Conscast E3 trip log episodes, if you haven't watched them, you should. Like, if you ever want to go to a convention, an E3, something like that, I think that you guys should watch those videos because you might learn a couple of things. If you're not very experienced about that kind of stuff, I think that's the only reason why I did it. Either way, if you guys remember on those logs, there was one of the logs, I don't remember which one it was, but I mentioned something about a Sony dinner where I met a couple of people. I met this guy from this website, which is called Rubber Chicken Games. So Rubber Chicken Games is a Portuguese website where they do news and all that kinds of cool stuff. And I've actually hooked up with them, and I told them I am interested in doing video content for them, all that kinds of good stuff. Kind of like what I did with Portugal Gaming, so to speak. If you guys remember, the one thing that I would always say when I would talk about Portugal Gaming is that one thing I really liked is working with a team. I love working with a team, and you get so much more stuff done when you actually work with a team than if you're just constantly isolated in your little bubble, which is pretty much what I am doing right now. I'm isolated in my little bubble whenever I'm working by myself, and that is the reason why I like working with people as working with a team, because you get different viewpoints, you get different opinions, you get basically more people is better than just working by yourself, so long as everyone is carrying their load, is what I mean. Not like when you're carrying everybody's load and whatever. Working as a team, trust me, it is something completely different from working by yourself, and you can get a lot better results when you work as a team on something. Even for my own personal project and whatnot, I expect to be gaining more experience on things. So Rubber Chicken Games is the guys I'm going to be working with. And I'm going to be working with them on Gamescom. They're the ones who hooked me up with a media badge so that I could attend a lot of the press-specific events. So I'm going to be able to get a lot of exclusive information, hopefully, and I will then be putting it out once I return to Portugal, if the plane doesn't crash along the way. Man, it's going to be one hell of a year chock full of plane rides. And I'm not a fan of plane rides. You guys might be aware of that, because I was once on a plane that got struck by a lightning and I thought I was going to die. Trust me, it is not a very good experience at all. Either way, the content that I'm going to cover at Gamescom, I still haven't really homed in on that, because a lot of the Rubber Chicken guys are actually on vacation right now. I'm going to be meeting with them a little bit closer to departure. But we will be kind of determining the content that I will be able to access and the kind of stuff that I will be able to do while I'm there. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make a video announcing it, but either way, if you guys are aware of something at Gamescom that you would definitely like to know more about, other than Dark Souls 2, I'm not even sure I'm going to go and see more Dark Souls 2 stuff, because I think they're just going to show the same stuff they showed at E3. I mean, I'm going to go there and check it out either way, but if it's the same stuff that I've already seen at E3, I don't really think there's a lot of a point in it. But like I said, I mean, apart from Dark Souls 2, what would you guys really like to see more of at Gamescom? Just tell me in the comment section below, and I will try to make it happen as much as I possibly can. And also, for those of you that speak Portuguese, or even if you don't mind using Google Translate to translate a Portuguese page, you should check out rubberchickengames.com, because those are the guys that hooked me up, and I will most likely in the near future be making video content for them as well, because like I said, I want to have a Portuguese project as well as an English project. Okay, now that we've had all these good news, I think it's time for me to give you all a couple of bad news here. Well, not a couple, just one really bad news. Like really, really seriously, atrociously bad news. And this particular bad news is in regards to my internet. Now, those of you who follow me on Twitter and Facebook, you guys have probably noticed that I've been having quite a few issues with my internet service provider. As a matter of fact, if you're in Portugal, let me just tell you right now that if I don't even know if I should say this, because I know that a lot of people are happy with their service provider and whatnot, but let me just tell you that Zon, which is the Portuguese service provider, Zon, TV Cabo, whatever, those guys have pretty much fucked me in the ass. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. So if you guys remember in the last Cast, I said, oh man, I want to do more live streams. I want to do more of this. I want to do more of that. But I said I want to do more live streams, and I want to do this thing about this backlog where I would play through games that I haven't gotten to yet. And it never really happened, did it? Well, here's why. Right after I uploaded that episode, actually during the upload of that particular episode, I started noticing that something was wrong with my upload speeds, because that video was taking forever to upload. Usually the videos that I make, they take about 2 hours to upload onto YouTube with my upload speed of 7 megabits a second. And note that I said 7 megabits, not megabytes. It's the difference. Either way, at 7 megabits a second, usually my videos take about 2 hours, 2.5, 3 tops 3 hours to upload to YouTube. Well, that video took like over 6 to 8 hours. And I was like, okay, there's definitely something wrong here. So I go and I check my speeds, and everything is seeming fine. I'm like, no, it's definitely not fine. There is something wrong here. So I start uploading more stuff. And what I notice is when I start uploading, the speed goes down. And you guys might be saying, oh, but when you upload, bandwidth gets taken, blah, 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 blah. Trust me, I know all that. I used to work in IT, okay? I know about that kind of stuff. Now, here's the thing, though. Even while you're uploading, even if your bandwidth is like completely taken up, a speed test will usually not get you your full speed, but it will get you pretty close. Like, say I have 7 megabits a second. If I do a speed test while I'm uploading, I can get up to 5 megabits, sometimes 6 megabits a second. Easy, no problem. Trust me, I've done it before. I've tried it 1,000 times over. So what was happening was, as soon as I would start to make an upload, my internet speed would go down to 0.3 upload speed. And that's pretty much been the case since I've uploaded that video. And what happened was, according to my internet service provider, I'm being, I don't want to say a victim, I'm being targeted by the acceptable policy usage of their internet policies, whatever the frack they want to call it. It's just retarded. Not only it's retarded, it's also illegal. It is completely and utterly illegal. But if I'm to be completely honest, there's not a whole lot that I can really do about it. Like, sure, I can file complaints. I can't sue them in court because I can't afford to sue that company in court, because otherwise I would. But there's also another fact here, like, oh, you can just switch internet service providers. Yes. Thing is, not a single one of the other internet service providers in my area provides me with a 7 megabit upstream. And that is obviously a problem, because that is my main usage of internet, is uploading videos to YouTube. It is the main thing I do on my internet. Like, if every single bit of traffic is dwarfed by the amount of uploads that I do onto YouTube, as should be obvious. I mean, I'm releasing one video every single day for God knows how long, and it's never been a problem. But what happens is, apparently now they have more users in the area, and the fact that I'm doing so many uploads is actually hurting them. So I called them and I start, asking questions, what's going on. Nobody could really explain it to me. It took them 1 week until I could get a straight answer from one person. And that person said, yes, you are being targeted by the acceptable usage policy. And I'm like, well, it's about goddamn time. It only took you a goddamn week to give me that straight answer, huh? 1 week of me phoning them back and forth and troubleshooting and doing the same stupid steps all over again, and them telling me there's nothing wrong with the signal, everything is working fine. And I'm like, yeah, no, trust me, it's not, okay? I really know it's not, and don't even try to friggin' trick me. But anyway, so what happens is, number one, they actually don't tell me what the upload cap is. It's like, oh, it depends on your area. And I'm like, well, what's the upload cap for my area? Oh, we can't really tell you that. And I'm like, well, how the frack am I supposed to plan this thing then? This is my job. This is what I do. It's like, if I can't upload videos, I can't pay for food to put on the table. It is that simple. So, I mean, it is retarded. It is plain retarded, and I don't have another ISP that I can go to. So I've been thinking about what I can do in regards to this situation. I might have to switch to another ISP with a lower upload speed. The problem is, switching to that other ISP, I know that sooner or later I'm going to hit their acceptable policy usage, because I know friends of mine that use that other ISP, and they've already hit that that usage. Oh, and another thing, you guys want to say, you want to hear something funny? So when I called them, like my very last call, I said, so what can I do? Like, this is my life we're talking about. Like, this is everything I do. So what can I do to fix this situation? And she's like, look, sir, you are aware that you've done 40 gigabytes of uploads last week. And I'm like, well, what can I say? It was a slow week. I'm sorry. I wanted to upload more, but it was a slow week. I was taking a little break. I only got to do 40 gigabyte uploads. I wanted to do 80 or more. It's retarded. So right now, the only way I have to upload videos is actually at night before I go to bed. And because here's the thing. If I start uploading videos during the day, what happens is they will throttle my upload speeds, and they will not put them back up. Like, even after the upload is complete, it will be slow as hell for a long ass time. So like, if I want to do anything else online, like my wife, she also works on YouTube and she does other stuff, but she couldn't even watch YouTube videos. She couldn't even watch them. That was how bad it was. Also, if any Portuguese is watching this video and you like work for Zon or something, or you think you can hook me up with a better connection, let me know. I'm definitely open to suggestions because I definitely need to get rid of this connection. I need to go to a proper fiber optics, because the connection I have right now is supposed to be fiber optics, but the thing is, the fiber optics comes all the way to the building. After it gets to the building, it gets turned into coax cable. I'm not exactly sure how to say that in English. In Portuguese, we say coaxial. I'm not sure if you just say coaxial cable, whatever. It turns into a cable, basically, like TV cable, the kind of cable that you guys have for TVs over there. That's what it turns into. And obviously, fiber optics transmits information a lot faster than any of those cables can ever do. And those cables are spread out through the entire building. So what happens is more people using their services, the more the cable is getting stressed down. And when that is the case, what ends up happening is the fact that I upload 40 gigabytes means that other users are having problems surfing the web. And I know exactly that's why it's happening. And I know exactly that's why they're throttling me. But it's like, at the end of the day, it's not my problem. I paid for a service. They said unlimited on the service. And this whole acceptable usage policy is bullshit. But again, I can't really do anything because there's no competition in this area. As a matter of fact, the 7 megabit thing that I have, I don't think they even sell it anymore just to prevent this kind of situation, which is hilarious in a way. I mean, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't even sell the type of service that you have anymore. Like, how the hell is that my problem in any shape or form? It is not my problem at all. Either way, that has been why I have not been able to live stream. I mean, some of you guys even watched my live stream test when I was trying to troubleshoot my internet. And it's like it would start good, and after a while it would just go to hell, like bazillion dropped frames, and it would just not work. And that is going to be what's going to keep happening. If I try to do live streams, it's going to work for a while, and then it's going to just blow over and not going to work anymore. And like I said, there's not a damn thing that I can really do about that right now, which is really disappointing. It is just straight up disappointing, and trust me, there's not a single person in the world that is more frustrated about this than me, because I've had internet problems all my life. Like literally all my life. Down to, some of you guys might know the story where I actually created an antenna for one of those 3G broadband dongles. Yeah, I created an antenna out of a trash can so that that thing could pick up a better signal so that my internet would not go down every so often. So yeah, I've been through all kinds of internet issues throughout my life, and the past year had been a dream in terms of internet, because I had 100 megabit download, 7 megabit upload. It was insane. I was so happy about my internet that I completely forgot what it was like to have internet problems. Well, now it's come back to haunt me and bite me in the ass, and it's just another one of the reasons why I just want to get the fuck out of Portugal. It's like, I need to get the hell out of here. I need to get the hell out of these backwards thinking ISPs. I just need to leave. I need to get the fuck out. It's just frustrating. It's you guys have no idea, because I really want to do more live streams. I want to do more stuff. I want to do more videos. I was uploading 2-3 videos a day, and now I'm back to uploading 1 video a day. As a matter of fact, in some episode of The Last of Us, I even said, oh man, with The Last of Us, I really want to upload 1 episode every single day so that everybody can watch 1 episode every day, and I'll just upload everything else that I want to do alongside an episode of The Last of Us. And right after I said that, it's like, nah, you're not going to do that, because we're going to throttle the crap out of your internet speed, and you're not going to be able to do it even if you wanted to. So that's the reason why I've been alternating every now and then between Dark Souls and Last of Us, and it's just, I'm sorry, I know that I seem really frustrated. It's just because I am. This internet thing just kills me dead. Either way, from that, let's move on to a little bit of a better news. So I actually tweeted last night about something that I created, which was a Steam group. I created a Steam group, and the reason why I did that is I always wanted to have kind of like my own forum, so to speak, But the thing about forums is that they're a pain in the ass to manage. And I know because I've managed a couple of forums in the past, and it's just a pain in the ass to keep a forum active, to keep people coming back. And it's like, oh man, I have to log in, I have to go to the forums, I have to do this, I have to do that. It's a pain in the ass. I realize this. I mean, even myself, I find it hard for me to like go to forums and do things on forums simply because you have to keep track of passwords, you have to keep track of where you're logging in. If you don't log in every so often, people will like think you're inactive. And anyways, I wanted to have a forum so that I could have gaming communities for games that I happen to be playing, and if people wanted to play with me, they would be able to play with me. And that was the point of a forum. Not only that, and it's like, if you want to play with other people that watch my videos, that kind of stuff, kind of just manage the community in a way, but mostly about playing video games. Not really just directing messages and talking to, mostly just about playing video games. That is the whole point. Either way, I created this group on Steam. It's called Core with a K. So like core with a K. And I created that. The main reason why I wanted to actually start a community, obviously besides the fact of having people to play with and playing with you guys specifically, is because I've been playing Firefall. As I've told you guys in my first impressions video, I actually really liked Firefall. I think I might have not really passed on how much I enjoyed playing Firefall, as in I've been addicted. Like every single time I have a little bit of free time, what I'm doing is playing Firefall. That's it. That's what I've been doing. As a matter of fact, I want to work on a Firefall video. It's just I've been doing a lot of research before I do that particular video, because I think Firefall has a lot of potential. It definitely has a lot of potential. Right now, it's just lacking a little bit on the content side. There's a lot of potential. I'm not saying that I've completed everything, that my battle frame is stage 4, all that jazz. No, nothing like that. Not even close. I'm just saying that I feel the game currently just needs a little bit more content. Although it's just opened up for beta, so obviously it is to be expected that there's still going to be content lacking, as well as there's still going to be bugs and all kinds of other things. But I started playing Firefall, and I'm like, my biggest complaint is that I don't have a steady group of people to play with. It's like every now and then I'll find people throughout the world. Every now and then people will invite me on the squads, whatever. But it's like I don't have a group of people to really play Firefall with. And I'm thinking, look, I've got 18,000 subscribers. I bet that several of them would like to play video games with me. Not just Firefall. Let's say, for instance, Borderlands 2, which is a game that I've been playing as well. And who knows what might come in the future. Maybe people want to play Scrolls with me. Maybe people want to do this, want to do that, whatever. So I needed a forum, a forum type thing. And I was like, man, doing a forum, that's a pain. And then I came upon the whole Steam groups thing. I was like, man, how about a Steam group? Now, Steam group seems to be a lot easier to maintain. I mean, for one, people log into Steam on a daily basis just to play their video games. So it's not like you have to make an effort to go someplace else and sign in. No, you're already signed in because you're going to be playing video games. I mean, I would wager to say that at least 90% of the people that subscribe to me on YouTube have a Steam account, if not more. I mean, I know that I have a lot of console gamers subscribed to me, but look, you don't need, I don't think that Steam really requires a super powerful PC. Actually, Steam runs on a website. You can access Steam groups on a website. So you're going to be able to interface with me there as well for when I'm actually playing console games, because I'm going to post it in there as well. Like, say, for instance, tomorrow I would go and play whatever game on the play. Let's say I would go play God of War, which is actually something that I plan on doing. God of War Ascension on the PlayStation 3. I would go to the core thing and I would say, hey guys, I'm going to play some God of War Ascension on my PlayStation 3. Here's my username, whatever, or whisper me for an invite or something like that. And most of the time, this stuff is going to come on it's going to be on a first come first served basis, because I'm obviously never going to be able to play with everyone at the same time. That's just the way it's going to be. So it's like, if you happen to be online at the time, you're going to be able to do so. Either way, that will be the core Steam group. I will see how that actually works, because I don't know. Like, if you go into a Steam group and I put something there, like start a new discussion or whatever, do you get notified? What happens? I honestly don't know, Because it would be cool if it would just notify everyone that's part of the group, oh, this person is doing this, so you might want to go check it out. Because again, I don't want to just, spam Twitter and Facebook saying, hey guys, I'm playing Borderlands 2. Hey guys, I'm playing Scrolls. Hey guys, I'm playing Firefall. Hey guys, I'm playing this. It doesn't seem right as with Steam though. And not only that, we could actually plan for things like plan to actually create an army on Firefall or create a guild in Final Fantasy XIV for those of you that want to do that. Create a guild for Guild Wars 2, which is actually something I would like to do. Because the only reason I don't play Guild Wars 2 is because I'm playing by myself all the fucking time. And core would be the solution for that. So I'm hoping that it works. I have no idea. I have no idea if it's going to work or not. I just don't know. I'm just going to throw it out there. Something that I will also need to work on will be getting possibly a Mumble server to support this kind of stuff. Because, obviously I want to be able to have voice communication with people that I'm playing with. And that is where a Mumble server would come into play. However, I hope you guys know how to adjust your microphones, because I don't want to be listening to a whole bunch of background noise all the time. And also if you guys know of maybe some kind of company or whatever that would sponsor a Mumble server somehow, whatever, maybe in exchange for promotions and videos that I make where I use the Mumble server, because that's another thing. I could do videos with people from the community through Core. Let's say, okay, guys, I'm going to do this and I'm going to record a video, whatever, meet me on Mumble, whatever, stuff like that. That would be cool. And that is something that I am interested in doing, but it is something that I still have no idea how it's going to work, how it's not going to work. It's just one of those ideas that we will have to see how it develops through time. Now, obviously I've talked already a little bit about Firefall, so I don't think I had a separate topic here to talk about Firefall, but I guess Core and Firefall kind of played off each other a little bit there. But I wanted to say that I definitely want to play some more Firefall. I've been addicted. I've just been straight up addicted. The class that I've actually been playing is a Raptor, but I've been using the R36 rifle because, as you guys know, I'm not much of a sniper, so to speak. I totally am not, and I honestly don't even care for it. The reason why I went with the Raptor is so that I could have the R36 rifle from the Accord Recon while still having the power field. Because there actually is no reason to have any of the Recon, to max out any of the Recon battle frames. But that's a different video that I need to make for Firefall exclusively. Either way, just for those of you that are interested in Firefall, just check it out. I think you're going to be seeing a lot more content if I'm able to actually sit down and do it and upload it with my current internet. Who knows? But yeah. The other thing is I've mentioned in a couple of videos back that I wanted to do written content on my website, Rurikhan.com, and I haven't really started on that yet. And the reason why I haven't started on written content for the website yet is because I wanted the very first thing that I posted there to be a written version of the E3 trip log, but that thing has gotten to be so big that writing it down, it's almost like writing a book. And I'm actually not sure I'm going to be able to finish it because I've been procrastinating a little bit. I get tired of writing on it, and I might just post it in a topical way of the stuff that I did every day, because I have the topics, but I wanted to do it in an actual kind of text, organized text way. But it is so big. You guys have no idea. This is one of the biggest things I've ever wrote. Apart from, school essays and stuff like that, what I mean is from a blog post standpoint, it is pretty big. And I almost think that it might even be a waste to spend so much time on that, and then people might not even go and see it. So that's something that I'm still thinking about, but I definitely want to start doing written content on Rurikhan.com. Not only that, I also want to use Rurikhan.com to start publishing stuff to iTunes. Like I said this 1,000 times. It is still something that I want to get done. I want to get Conscasts like this one. I want those to show up on iTunes because I know that a lot of people would prefer to listen to these on the go, and iTunes is just one of the best ways to subscribe to that stuff and download it on the go and listen to it. Also, iTunes will also provide you with an RSS feed and stuff. Actually, my website does that, I think. The website will provide you with an RSS feed that you can subscribe to and just download it to any device that you want. But yeah, I definitely wanted to put stuff like the Cons Cast as well as the Cast, that show I do with Aaron. I would like to put all that stuff on iTunes. And it's just something I want to do. I just haven't really had the time to, with all the problems with the internet situation and whatnot. And yeah. So now I want to talk a little bit about the Dark Souls Double Dragon playthrough. So a couple of things that I noticed about that playthrough, and I'm not talking about views or anything like that. I'm talking about like the pre-production, like the stuff that came before actually doing that that playthrough. I noticed that doing New Game Plus playthroughs, regardless of what new game it is actually a lot easier than, at least it has become a lot easier for me than just doing normal game. Because when you're doing normal game, you actually have to struggle to upgrade materials. Whereas me, by the time I'm done with normal game, if I'm going to plan something for a New Game Plus, I have everything like friggin' +9, then +15, then +10, like everything maxed out. And I think the playthrough really suffers from that because I'm not going after items, despite the fact that I still go after those items. I don't really feel as much need to, but I still kind of have that OCD thing of I need to go and get that item. I need to go and do this. I need to go and do that. I need to go do that thing to get this specific item. You guys have noticed that throughout the playthrough. And I have to say that I feel that probably my most interesting playthroughs are the ones that actually start on normal game. Now, I'm not saying I'm never going to do a New Game Plus playthrough ever again. I'm just saying that it's actually bored me a little bit. Because the challenge is just not there. It's just, we're just running through and making fun of stuff as we're running along. Because, sure, do we die? Yeah, I die often because I make mistakes. But I don't die because the game is hard. I died because I made a mistake. And I don't know. I don't know exactly how I feel about that. But I feel that I want to do playthroughs more about normal game than really the New Game Plus and whatever. And this might also be due to the fact that I had to run through the entire game 6 times over, and that will definitely burn you out to a crisp. But I don't know. And the other thing I wanted to say is I'm not exactly sure about the consistency of uploads with the Double Dragon playthrough. And the reason for that is because Pally Time has been really, really busy. It's been really hard to hone down on times to record. Like, we have 9 episodes at the moment recorded, which we did in 2 sessions. And it's been really hard to get the 3rd session started at this point. Like, we actually have planned... We have planned to record tomorrow on the 25th, but the thing is, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to record because I have a dentist appointment, and I'm not sure I'm going to be up for recording a whole lot after that. But yeah, I don't know how that's how we're going to be handling the consistency on that one. We're trying our best, but Pally Time has just gotten really, really busy lately, and it's just being a pain in the ass to find a mutual schedule, because you guys need to realize, on top of him being more busy, we're also 5 hours apart in terms of schedule because I'm in Portugal and he's in America, in Florida. So it is hard to find mutual recording times. But yeah, that's something that I wanted to touch base on. The other thing I want to talk about is, once again, PlayStation Vita recording. And why am I bringing this up again? Because when I went to E3, I really had high hopes that they were going to announce something that would allow us to record the PlayStation Vita. They didn't. Now, in a couple of days, I mean, like in about a month, I'm gonna be going to. It's actually less than a month now that I think about it. Wow, time flies. Either way, in a few days, I'm gonna be heading out. In a few weeks, let's say weeks. Weeks works. In a few weeks, I'm gonna be heading out to Gamescom in Germany, and I'm gonna see if, once again, they say anything about PlayStation Vita recording. And if they don't, I'm just going to start saving money, because something that I've noticed is I want to play Monster Hunter and I want to record it for you guys. And the best Monster Hunter version that I have access to right now is the Vita version, because I don't own a Wii U, and I'm not going to own a Wii U unless Nintendo decides they want to give me one for free. It's not going to happen. I'm not going to own a Wii U because it simply does not have enough titles that justify me purchasing. It has one title that I want. One. It has another title that I would play. Not necessarily that I really want it, which is Bayonetta 2. I would like to play Bayonetta 2, but it's not something that I'm, oh my god, I must have Bayonetta 2. No, what I am craving for is I must have Monster Hunter Tri Ultimate because it's an amazing game. I really like Monster Hunter, and I would like to record Monster Hunter Freedom Unite. And you guys might say, oh, but it's like you got to invest like $400 to get the Vita thing and whatnot. And I'm like, yeah. Difference is, once I invest those $400, I would also be able to record Soul Sacrifice. I would also be able to record Ragnarok Odyssey, as well as a whole bunch of other Vita-only titles that I can't record right now, and titles that I actually want to record and show you. Whereas if I invest those $400 in a Wii U or whatever, I'm going to have one title to show you guys. One. You know what I mean? And I mean, so at the end of the day, I feel that it would pay off a lot more to get the Vita recording. But that will have to be a lot further into the future if I do end up saving for that, because expenses to Gamescom, expenses to E3, it's insane. It's just fucking insane. And I might even have to buy a new capture card because AverMedia... I've been really holding off on talking about AverMedia. But one of these days, you guys might just see a video where I will talk about AverMedia, and you guys will just... you guys have no idea the stuff that's in here right now that I want to talk about AverMedia. But I really don't want to burn any bridges just yet, but it might be coming down soon, because I've had up to here. Like... some of you guys might have saw a recent tweet where I said, oh, look at this. Sync problems have showed up again on my last recorded 11 videos. 11. Okay? 11. No idea, guys. I have no idea. Anyways, yeah, a lot of expenses coming to the pipe. And a lot of stuff that I got to consider. Either way, a couple of more bad news, which is actually bad because I think I'm going to actually finish this particular Conscast with a couple of bad news. But recently I've been not in the best mood. I mean, you add up all this internet problems, bullshit. Then you start adding that to the fact that Ryan Davis died. Then you start adding that to the fact that my egg boxes in the studio are falling down because it's summer and the stuff that's like keeping them on the walls is like, it's not really melting, but it's like softening up and they just kind of fall down. I have to every day glue more egg boxes onto these walls because they fall down. And now on top of that, you join something which pretty much dwarfs all the previous things, which is my father actually had a health problem recently. And for those of you who have known me for some time, you should know by now that I have a close relationship with my parents. I have a very close relationship with my father. And he had a health issue recently that had me really seriously worried, to the point where I didn't even record videos for a while, which... if you add a lot of stuff up, there might come a time between July and August where there will be gaps where I will not be able to upload every single day. But the problem he had was he had a herniated disc. Now, what is a herniated disc? Well, your spine basically has the I'm not a doctor, okay? So I'm just going to call it has this big bone, right? Goes all the way down. This big bone is constituted of discs. Herniated disc is when one of those discs is like abnormally growing, and basically what it does is it starts compressing the nerves in your spine, and it will give you excruciating pain on different portions of your body depending on which excuse me, on which disc you have the problem. Either way, what happened was he had a herniated disc, and if he hadn't gone, if he wouldn't have a surgery, he might lose function of his right arm. Now, you guys probably don't know my father, but let me just tell you, if you take away my father's right arm, might as well just kill him, because that's what it will do to him. Yeah, my father is a very, very active individual. You take away one of his limbs, like a leg, an arm, and he will just slowly die inside. That is just the way it is for my father, because he needs to be active at all times, and he just needs to. That's just the way that he works. And I realize that saying this, and I know there's a lot of people, amputees, that have been able to struggle through their difficulties and all that stuff, but my father's over 50 years old. I mean, struggling with that kind of stuff at his age, especially with the kind of sacrifices that he's made throughout his whole life, I think it would downright kill him. But so that stuff's been on my mind quite a bit, and it's been really stressful. Either way, his surgery was this Monday on the 22nd of July. He had the surgery to fix the herniated disc, which includes, like, basically they slice his throat open. After slicing his throat open, they move some stuff aside, like your windpipe and veins and nerves and whatnot. And then they remove the damaged disc and they put an artificial one in there. So he did the surgery. The surgery was a complete success. He's going to have to wear a neck brace for a couple of weeks, but supposedly nothing bad is going to happen. However, I did some research. There's still the chance that his body might reject the artificial bit they put in there or whatever. There's still a couple of things that could happen, but it doesn't look like that. The surgeon was very, very optimistic. It seemed like it was fine. And it's just been a stressful time is what I'm saying. So if there are a couple of days ahead where you guys see that I've missed a video or two and I haven't done a video every single day, that is the reason why. Because I've just been stressed out of my mind. And another thing is, on top of all this, I'm going to have to go to the dentist tomorrow, which is Thursday, July the 25th. The reason I got to go to the dentist is because my wisdom teeth. He told me when I was 21 years old, and just look at how irresponsible I am. When I was 21 years old, he told me, you're going to have problems with your wisdom teeth. You need to come back here. We need to get rid of those. I'm currently 31. I never went back there again. No, actually, I'm not 31 yet. I'm going to be 31 soon, though. But I never went back there again. I'm like, yeah, sure, fine. And every now and then, I've noticed that, my gums will bleed for no apparent reason. I'll do a little bit of suction on the gums with my tongue, and just blood will come out. And I know that it's my wisdom tooth, but I'm just like, man, whatever. I'm sure I'll be fine. And recently, it's been getting worse and worse to the point where it actually hurts quite a bit. And I'm just like, well, I guess I've postponed it far enough. Time to face the music. Time to go see the dentist, who's going to basically kick my ass to the curb. He's going to tell me, I told you. Didn't I told you 10 years ago? Didn't I told you you're going to have problems? Now you come here. Now I'm going to have to rip those fuckers out. It's going to be terrible. And I'm like, well, thank you. It's going to be amazing. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen. I might just come back here looking like a toothless hillbilly. I have no idea. But either way, that might also be another reason why I might not be able to make every single video every single day. I'm pretty sure that I'm hoping there's no oh, you're going to have to stay a week where you're barely going to be able to speak. I'm hoping there's none of that, but I honestly don't know. Either way, in finishing, that's all I really had for this Conscast, because I actually have to go back to putting more egg boxes on these walls. And I also want to see if I can record a Firefall video today. In this Firefall video, I will try to explain to you guys the basics and what you guys should be focusing on if you decide to start playing Firefall. Parting thoughts, remember, community topic, vote for community topics that you think will interest you. Leave me a suggestion for a community topic if you think that the current community topics that other people have suggested aren't really worth it. Upvote the comments that you would like to see. Remember to check out the Steam group core. I will try to make that work. I will try to get people to play video games with me. That is the whole point of that particular group, as well as people just straight up organize yourselves. It's like, if you're looking for people to play, go to core and just say, look, I'm looking for someone to play this game. Who knows? Maybe I want to play the same game as you. You never know. Just remember, it's not all about just playing with me, even though that is something that I definitely want to get you guys. Like, for instance, I want to get you guys into Firefall. I want to create a Firefall army. I want people to join the army, and I mean join my Firefall army, not join the U.S. military or the Portuguese armed forces or anything like that. But I want people to join in on my army so that we can do fun stuff together. Like, I've reached a point where I actually cannot progress a whole lot more without having a group, and I really don't want to have to pug it. I want to have like people that will stick with me through the game. That is the whole point of core, people sticking with each other throughout separate and different games. Either way, we will see how that works out. Hopefully, I really hope that a lot of you guys have good microphones, like I said, because that's the other thing. If you guys know of someone that would sponsor core with a Mumble server, let me know. Please do not buy a Mumble server and be like, oh, here's a Mumble server. I mean, like, no, that's not going to be sustainable. I don't want you guys to be like paying for services and stuff. But if you guys know a sponsor, someone who would be willing and able to sponsor us a Mumble server in exchange for me mentioning it in a couple of my videos, that would be great. Let me know about that. Contact me through core, because now you can contact me through core. And that way, maybe people will not be so upset about, oh man, this friggin' Twitter and Facebook. I hate that stuff. Well, do you hate Steam as well? I'm sure there's going to be someone out there who's going to be like, I fucking hate Steam too. But I feel that Steam might be the answer to a lot of my my prayers. Also, another thing is I realized that due to the fact that you will be seeing my username there, a lot of you guys will be adding me. A lot of people have been adding me over the time. I always accept Steam invites, however, keep something in mind, which is I have all Steam notification sounds turned off, as well as the thing does not flash when you message me. And let me just tell you the reason for this. The reason for this is because, as you know, I record a lot of videos. And a lot of the times I would like be playing a video game and like messages would be popping up. And I'd be like, damn it, recording screwed, got to start over, you know? And that is a problem. So instead of just putting myself offline, what I do is I'm online all the time, but I don't listen to any notifications. When I go to Steam and I see that there's messages there, I will answer you. However, it might take a while. So just bear that in mind. It's not that I'm ignoring people. I don't ignore anyone. That's something you guys should know by now. But like, I will try to get back to you guys as much as possible. Just leave your messages there. And even if you're offline, I will still get back to you when you're offline and you will receive my response. All that jazz. Just keep that in mind. I don't necessarily receive notifications, so I'm not purposefully ignoring you. And another thing is, if you add me on Steam and start spamming me with trade requests about my goddamn iPod earbuds and Team Fortress 2, I will block you. Because I even have it on my profile description. I do not want to trade this item. People are like, but you don't play it. I know I don't, but I don't want to trade it. It's mine, okay? It's mine. Stop trying to force me to trade my things. Whoa. Whoa. Gotta be careful. I almost threw the equipment around stuff. Either way, that is going to be it for this particular Cast. Remember, core, community topic, Gamescom, stuff that you want to see in Gamescom. Leave it in the comment section below. Firefall. My name in Firefall is Rurikhan, so add me as your friend, all that jazz. I'm not sure if that shows up even, but I will most likely be creating an army soon. And yeah, that is pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.